Hello again, everybody. This is going to be Jund League number 19, my lucky number. So, we're going to be doing the exact same thing that we were doing last league, trying out the 24th land instead of the Dark Confidant. Still playing the Cling to Dust because I've actually been really impressed with it. I'm actually probably about at least a 7 out of 10 on it right now. I'm like, its fail rate is cycle for a single mana, which is pretty good. It's also come up a few times where in a grindy matchup, we've drawn a few extra cards off of it, and that's been pretty pivotal as well. Still rocking the 3 red and 6 for Liliana of the Veil. I still think Liliana of the Veil is insane right now, so I'd like to play the full 4. Haven't been bitten by my split of Terminate and Abrupt Decay yet. Same with Kolaghan's Command Maelstrom Pulse. I still like the numbers here. Doing the usual 4-2 split of Inquisition and Thoughtseize, and the also what has become standard split of 4 bolt and 2 push on the 1-drop interaction slot. Still curving out into our top end at Bloodbraid at 4, and sideboard has remained the same for a meta that looks like this. Blitz at 1, Uro Piles. I'm pretty sure this means just Teamer because that for a while they had Sultai classified separately down there. Gruul, has however been rising in the ranks, as well as Burn, both recently toppling Blue-White Control / Stoneblade. Eldrazi Tron also still popular. We faced that twice last league. And then Tron still annoyingly in the top 7. Lurrus, Devoted Devastation Dredge. I know you can read, but I'm saying it out loud anyway. Goblins, and Amulet Titan. We played against Amulet Titan once last league too. So with that said, let us hop over to the league for some match playing. Darn, obviously a ship. This is significantly better. I think I'm gonna bottom the Lightning Bolt. I've got stuff to do with my turns 1 and 2 mana, pretty much definitely. And then Pulse is just more of a catch-all, so I think it's probably better than Bolt, given our mana's already kind of tied up. Alright, and we immediately hit a pretty cool matchup, Blue-Red Prowess. And they mulled the 6 and we took their only threats. That's a really solid start. So I think this is going to be Overgrown Tomb here. Overgrown Tomb. Say yes. Cast our Ren and 6. And then pretty likely to just get Forest next turn. We can cast Inquisition and hold up Abrupt Decay. You think I should do a spreadsheet because I play all the matchups so often? Yeah, that's pretty fair. I mean, to be honest, it wouldn't be that hard to go and backlog it because everything is recorded. So it's not even like I'd be missing out on the first 18 leagues worth of data. When I was testing for a Star Cities Regionals, actually the Star City Regionals that I won, in order to prepare for it, I actually was spreadsheeting. I was spreadsheeting on a notepad, and like every match I was taking note of like what was good, what was bad, what exceeded expectations, what didn't, and that's how I fine-tuned and ultimately won. So it paid off. Yeah, I can do like a monthly wrap. That's not a bad idea. Kind of like it, actually. Gut Shot. You gonna bolt this too? Or they drew Stormwing? Or we've got a Pulse for a Stormwing. Or they actually used one of these ops, didn't they? Oops. So now almost definitely getting forest now. Yeah, I'll write down your idea. I'll tell Alexa to remind me. Actually, you see that I'm like Reed. Well, that's not a bad person to be compared to. Yes, I strongly dislike Trophy. I hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Like, obviously, like, if you're in turn 5 and, after that, like, then it's fine. But if you're forced to use it on turns 2, 3, 4, it feels so bad. So bad. Uh-oh. Hopefully we get to keep our Ren and 6 around. They probably just go at us. They might not even care about this Ren. What I'm scared of now is probably just more Stormwings. Funny story, I was actually buying Stormwings recently. And I was having someone mail them to me. And I was buying, he had two. He had a foil one and a regular one. I was like, oh, I'll just buy the regular one. I don't want to pay the multiplier on the foil. The regular one was like $1.50. The foil was actually like 3 cents cheaper. There's like so many promos of the stupid everything now that like regular pack foils have kind of decreased in splendor. Oh yeah, he's killing the Ren. Oh, he's trying to kill the Ren. Oh, I saw it in damage, I guess. That was a great draw, though, because now we get to Inquisition, and Tarmogoyf. You were thinking of making blue-red IRL? Yeah, I think it's pretty fun. Like, I've goldfished it. Obviously not exactly a adequate representation all the time. But it was pretty fun when I did. So, I think I should just be getting Goyf down here. They don't have anything. I guess this means I could have gotten something tapped, but I guess I could just bluff something. It's almost free. Leaving land in the yard actually makes my Goyf stay large. I'm not going to get anything back. I'm going to keep the Goyf big. Like, I want my block to be good. You have Black Green, Abzan, Jund, Grixis Shadow, Jund Shadow, Crabvine, Humans, Mardu Pyro, and Ponza. That is quite a list. I have Jund, Abzan, naturally, Rock. I've got... I was almost done building Wurza. So I still have most of Bance. As a matter of fact, I ordered Growth Spirals, and then I'll have the Team Erect deck. And I also have Burn, but I mean, Burn's cheap-ish. All Japanese, mostly signed. I forgot you were one of those. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I want to just get this Soul Scar out of the Soul Scar Mage out of the picture immediately. Because I don't want them putting any minus counters on my stuff. That would be rude. Alright, well now I can get back the land because I get to replay it. And then I'll let them make a decision before terminating. If they didn't already have access to another Swift Spear, I think I might even attack. But if they just roll like cantrip into cantrip, then there's a potential for some burst damage. Want to get this thing out of here right away. Alright, I think this is the last fetch that I'm going to do willingly. Ooh, that was good. Alright, now I think I'm going to attack. New cards making you not want to spend much more? What card you get? I've got a third generation But by third generation, I mean like third generation hand-me-down. I've got a 2008 Camry. Alright, math time. Do I want to start pinging them? Sure, why not? This turn 6 isn't buying any lands back, so... Yeah, James, I think we're still ahead. You have a Honda Civic 10th Gen? Nice. My first car was a 2007 two-door Honda Civic. Found a really good deal on it. Got it for like $3.5K. And this was years ago. This wasn't recent. Pretty low mileage, too. Alright. Unless they hit like triple cantrips, I think I like an attack here. Cars in there are so cheap anyway. Yeah. All right, let's just ping him again. Pinging him to 4 means any goif is lethal now. Compared to Portugal. Are you in Portugal? Oh wow. We got an international audience then, huh? James here is also not from the United States. Don't know if he wants to say where from, but not United States is not very specific, so I'm comfortable saying that. Alright. Cloth is actually probably too slow. Brutality is going to be good, though. Oop. Okay, yeah, I want this in anyway. Alright, run in 6 kills, actual nothing. So let's shave on those. Thought seizes are going to be bad. Oof. Colgon's Command also doesn't kill a whole lot. I'll trim another Wren. Cling to Dust can have some good utility, gaining life out of nowhere, and like they could be playing Bedlam Revelers, so maybe we hinder that a little bit. Let's just cut the other end. It just isn't going to do a whole lot. What's Tsetsi? Oh, Thoughtseize. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can definitely take the Storming with it. This hand is a ship. I think it's way too slow. Yeah, the in English, the C's is spelled without a T. It's just S-E-I-Z-E. I'm just assuming because you spelled it with a T both times. Let's bin a Cling. Keep 2 threats, way to interact, and powerful top end. Oh, T equals thought. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I've never heard anyone, no, I've never seen anyone spell it like that. Usually I just hear them say C's, because I don't know any other cards with that name. Fair enough. No, you're good, you're good. Bolt's a pretty good draw, though. Let's us do a thing on this first turn. And the stream hasn't cut out yet, so that's good. I've got my clock in play. 2 fiery islets. the wing. Alright, so they'll be able to save it if they've got something like mutagenic growth. Maybe they're thinking that we've got like the fatal push, or we were hoping to fatal push like a the Stormwing sprite. Not sprite. It's not Stormwing, it's something sprite. So yeah, if they got mutagenic, they'll be able to save it, which will be annoying. Sprite Dragon, thank you. Oh, Trip 6, I haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? Alright, let's zap this thing, hopefully. Hey, it worked. Sea Poison, we don't need Thoughtseize. We can just kill it. Alright, adding a land does make Tarmogoyf a 3/4. Pretty nice that their 2 lands are both islets. You just been lurking? Fair enough, well, welcome back. Pepsi Dragon. Yeah. Uh-oh, please no bolt my Goyf. Make small. Not ideal. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lead on an attack. Like, I'm going to decay their thing. But this might make them want to put minus counters on it before damage. Like maybe they block and they try to put minus counters on it. I mean that puts them in with the blow up potential. So I doubt they do it. Did I speak too soon? You can still take it back, opponent. Don't do this. All around you are familiar faces. I don't know the rest of the words, but I know those. Two for one special. Yeah, he's also just killing himself. Alright. I think I'm just gonna jam for 3 and then play a bear. Bear. Go. Ronin 6 would have looked pretty good this game, but we also don't really need it. Yeah, these islets have just been doing a whole lot of damage. Look, we can count. It's done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage to them. Sick. Woo! 100% win rate this league. Yep. This hand's gonna be good versus a lot of decks, but if we're playing against like Ad Nauseam, I mean Goyf into Liliana even against Ad Nauseam is probably fine. They even mulligans? Oh boy, Winslow Teeth deck? That's gotta be good. Unless it's Ponza, then it sucks. It's not Ponza. Oh my god. Alright, well we have the Liliana. I think I still want to play Blackleaf Cliffs because they have like if they have something like a core Spirit Dancer, I'm gonna want to kill it. Pants. Pants. And they passed. I mean, there's already a land in the yard, so Goyf has power to block. I think I'm just going to bolt them now anyway. Make Goyf a tiny bit larger. I mean, it's not really going anywhere else. We've got Liliana. So, hopefully they don't insulate with another creature here. And even if they do, we've got a clock of our own. That's fine. Because we get to edict them. Liliana's a good Magic the Gathering card. And it is at this point they are praying to the Bogle gods that we don't have the Liliana. And it is at this point that the Bogle gods disappoint them. Yes, they did miss one land draw. I think I'm just going to Thoughtseize this play another Tarmogoyf. Our clock is kind of the same. Alright, they just scoop. That makes it easy. Begin sideboarding. Alright, Plague Engineer. Don't think Brutality is going to be good enough. Pillage also probably on the weaker side. Ashiok probably weak. Cloth is probably weak. It's probably just the Plague Engineers. I guess Cling is kind of doing the least. Although, to be fair, 1 mana redraw might be better than something that does less. Like, maybe I want redraws more than I want Kolaghan's Command, which never kills anything. Like, I can have them discard a card, but that's about it. Trying to get my League 18 the upload going. Jeez. Alright, well, we've got one Liliana. Let's see, what did they do? They began with 7. Yikes. Stand's very good if you find the second land, but even then it's on the slower side. I mean, like, we have the cards that matter. It's kind of hard to ship that. Alright, well, now those don't matter. So now we're going to have to Plague Engineer. Alright, there's a redraw. That's a redraw to a land. Alright, I'm not looking at chat currently because I'm trying to get this upload going. Kind of awkward that to hit the land, they got to get rid of the land for the run in 6. No, we hit a land at least. Oops, I spelled the word wrong. Rude. That actually gets us our land, though, funny enough. So, I mean, if they can't suit this up again, we're going to get to just Plague Engineer it. Alright, we get to Plague Engineer it. We can terminate a Spirit Dancer. What's up, Ursa Bell? Says the only way we got punished was to draw exactly basic swamp. Yeah. Alright, well. We get to kind of blow them out here. They'll get to Rancor back and they'll put that on the Spirit Dancer. But I don't think I can risk this thing growing anymore. And then next turn we can terminate this thing. They're going to get to draw a card off of the whatchamacallit. The Rancor. Yeah, Leyline definitely makes this deck harder to deal with. Totem Armor. Alright, well, we get to block because we have Death Touch, which will take care of the totem. Which means our Terminate should still work. Ooh, now we can get basic Forest. Oh, we'd have to fetch Shock to run in 6 and do a Terminate. I think we're just going to Terminate. You got a Veil? Oh, there's sacking. Okay. I was like, no, don't have your last card be a Veil. Rancor comes back. Yep. And I guess I'll get Stomping Ground. Okay, land. Ooh, they shocked it, though. We've got the Plague Engineer for the first thing. I guess Glade Cover Scout is an Elf Scout. And what's Bogle? Bogle's a beast, right? Slippery Bogle. Research time. Slippery Bogle. It is a beast. I'm correct. Alright, let's get second red, second green. Think I want to get my pressure down, which would mean Bloodbraid. Yeah, let's Bloodbraid here. I think I want to fetch Swamp first, because if I hit Scavenging Ooze, I'm going to want an untapped green. Don't think I want to cast that, funnily enough. Probably the only card I don't want to cast. Other than, I guess, Abrupt Decay, because I can't. Ren in 6. I can Ren in 6, get back Forest. I think I want to get Plague Engineer down, just because it attacks. I guess we'll attack here first. There's a chance they have a path. I mean, they haven't done anything else, so... I'm going to also have to be wary of the Dryad Arbor plan. Maybe I just name whatever Dryad Arbor is. Is it a Dryad? Dryad Arbor. It's a Forest Dryad. Let's name Dryad. Alright, so that should take care of potential arbors. Burn plan. Oh, I can't. They're hexproof. Hilarious. Alright, well then I'm glad I played this, because this has them dead in 2 turns. Why can't I spell gathering? There. Plus. Another ley line. Yeah, I guess that makes some sense as to what they could be holding. We did it! Yeah, just all of the auras, none of the creatures. Alright, I'm about to finish setting up this upload, so let me do that real fast. So I just have to hit next a few times, I think. Public. Publish. Alright, it is on its way. Oh, KO Diamonds knows someone in my chat? Is there something I should know about? Kidding, of course. Yeah, man. Black-green players, we're like a family, you know? Everyone else calls us crazy, but we know we're not crazy. Right? Meta is hostile. Yes, this is true. You guys ready for the hostile meta to get this 0-2 and this 2-0 into a crisp 2-3? It's gonna be exciting. I can feel it. To be fair, I haven't flipped a Huntmaster in a hot minute, couple months. Please don't shun me from the cult. Damn, we lost to die roll? How unlucky. Sounds great though. Holy moly. What's up, Ian? Doing well. Keep. Ooh, we got a message. Island. That's not typical. you're tempted to fit Uro into John's 4-color pile. Oko times, yeah. I mean, I played Lingering Jund when that was a thing. It like almost came back when Bloodbraid got on ban. That was before Oko, obviously. Then, if you're playing another color, it has to be blue, right? I know, squeezing Uro in the Jund seems like kind of a stretch at double blue to escape. Jund Nahiri? Oh, that sounds fun. So they went Island Tarn. This has got to be Temur, right? Probably Temur Reclamation. Like this is either Remand or Growth Spiral. Yeah, right. Yeah, Diamonds. I'm playing. I'm still playing 2. Cling the Dusts in the main. Can I have a Renin 6? Oh, there's Shadow. I would not have guessed that based off of turn 1 basic island and no Thought Scour. If you don't have balls, you don't sleeve Tarmogoyf. Well, it's true, right? If you don't have balls, you don't sleeve Tarmogoyf. So if you have balls, you do sleeve Tarmogoyf, right? That's how that works. Oh yeah, Ian. I had a friend who played Mardu Nahiri with the Emrakul and had like 4 Bobsners. If I hit it, I hit it. It's fate. Greatness at any cost. Grixis Shadow is a little rougher, but yeah, if Liliana sticks, we should dumpster him. Ooh, Royal Scions. Liliana's gonna be good. It's gonna stick. It was not Earl, Ian. I don't think it was even Litsky either. Litsky's crazy, but he's not that crazy. I don't remember who it was. Honestly, it might have been Litsky. I don't know. That dude's nuts. Liliana of the Veil. I think I want to keep the Ravine here. It might end up coming up that I want to attack with it. Alright, I'm going to do my best to keep up with chat and work around what maybe become a pretty complicated game. What are my thoughts on Lurrus? I want to try it out just to recruit Kroxa for a hot minute. It's just a completely different version of Jund. Like, I don't... The decks are definitely similar, but they have pretty different play patterns, I think. Like, when you play Lurrus, you're forced to downgrade some stuff into other stuff. Like, for example, are you okay with... instead of playing 4 bolts, maybe you play 2 or 3 bolts and 1 or 2 Sealifiers, for example. Like, it gets worse, but it's still serviceable. Oh, that was Earl. I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but yeah, we Ian and I, Snapcaster is my brother in chat. We had a friend who apparently there's this elite Reddit group for Storm players, and he pretty much flunked a few finals because he wanted to stay up late to study various Doomsday Storm piles. So he's a character. I mean, that's kind of the extent of that story, right, Ian? It doesn't go much deeper than that. Bolt is the hard way to deal with this Liliana. You got a Shadow though? Yeah, I guess that's the necessary way to do it then. Got an Angler as well. Okay, we could lose. They've got a Scions on 7 and a pretty big board. Yeah, I was not expecting that. Alright, so we can double bolt something. Okay, so... Oh, actually, no, we can't. We only have one red. Looks like we're blood braiding then. That's bad. I didn't think about that when I discarded Blood Crypt, but I also didn't have second Bolt. Alright, removal please. Cling. That won't do it. Don't want to get snap stubbed, I guess. I mean, I'll plus so they kind of have to attack Liliana with at least a thing. Yeah, this game turned for the worse, for sure. Yeah, still a wild story for sure, Ian. Alright, well, that's okay. We can still combo 2 things to kill a thing, but we only have 1 red still. We can plus to give something first strike and trample. Not really clear what they do. So, I mean, 2-0 first strike and trampling something kills Liliana no matter what, so they can send the other thing at us. But then they're not ultimating Scions, but I don't think an ultimate on a Scions is really going to matter. They're kind of crushing me as is. Wow. Wildest story seeing a man die to a battle skull at 20 from Stoneforge, bring in Embercleave and double Rancor and deny a pile. That's a thing that is possible, isn't it? I had a friend who I have friends who do weird things because they play to their outs and like sometimes it works, you know. But I had a friend who had this really cool story where basically what had happened was, here, I'll tell you the story as soon as this play is done. It's like now I get to get my second red source. Wait, what? Oh, we discarded the Blood Crypt? We did. Wow, and they have the only other red here. Wow, that's a beat. That's unfortunate. Holy moly. Alright. That's stupid. Alright, we hit a Liliana. Cool. And we're still just going to lose to a Scion's ultimate, though. Oh, yeah, I'll tell the Rio story, too. Alright, so what was the story I was about to say? Oh, so the guy had a Monastery Swift Spear. He had nothing in play. And he had Monastery Swift Spear. Nothing. He had Monastery Swift Spear, Teamro Battle Rage, and the third, which I will not mention right now because I want it to be dramatic. So he draws Swift Spear, attacks with Swift Spear. His opponent, by the way, is at I think 10, and has a Leyline of Sanctity in play. And he also has, I think, it was like an X4, something that would kill the Swift Spear. And he attacks for 1 with the Swift Spear. and goes, and the opponent just like tanks. He's like, there's nothing that could really bite me here. He's like, I'm at like some absurd high life total, like 10-ish. So he says no block, and then he goes Temur Battle Rage, and the guy also has Stubborn Denial, and he's just like, okay, Temur Battle Rage doesn't actually kill me. I have Hexproof from everything. There's no way that this Temur Battle Rage resolving is going to be bad for me. So he goes Temur Battle Rage. All right, you have a 2/3. Gore Clan Rampager, kill you. It was insane. Can't Stubborn Denial a Blood Rush. Yeah, I'll tell the Rio story, which is my favorite story, after this game. I should just yield, right? That's a lot of shadows. Alright, so I think I'm on a 0 outer now. Actually, not technically true. I could Blood Braid into a Pulse. Alright, now I'm on a 0 outer. Alright, so let me sideboard real fast, and then I'll say the Rio story, which is my favorite story by a lot. Alright, Grixis Shadow. Spellbomb gonna be great. Plague Engineer is gonna trade with something, and that's kind of it. Don't think I really want Brutality. Ashiok could be fine. Probably not, though. It's a little on the slow side. Alright, what do I take out? Run 6 kills actual nothing. I'll shave one of those. Really don't like the bolts, but I think I like the Thought Seizes because take the Anglers. So I think it's this. Alright, so the Rio story. So this was Jund, which Rios was playing, versus Splinter Twin. So you already know the story is going to be good. So let me not mess up the details in my head. So Splinter Twin player is at, I think, like 7 or 8 life. Rios is at like 15 or 16 life. And you know how usually when someone assembles the Splinter Twin combo, you just kind of pick up your cards because you can't beat it, right? But Rios is a god, right? And he has like 1 or 2 cards in his hand. They're both blanks. He can't respond to the combo. But his opponent doesn't know that. So his opponent goes end of turn, Exarch or Pestermite, don't remember which. Untap, Splinter Twin. Rios looks at his hand, looks at the table and says, sure, resolves. Opponent goes, tap Pestermite, make a copy. He's like, yep, resolves. He's like, all right, target original, untap it. He's like, yep. Opponent goes, demonstrate a loop. He says, yes, how many copies would you like to make? And the opponent just tanks. He's like, oh my god, he's got Rakdos Charm. Obviously he doesn't. So he tanks for a long, long time. Remember, the twin player's on like 7 or 8 life, and Rios is on like 16-ish. So after like a minute of taking, Rios is like, need a number. He's like, 6? So he makes 6 copies of Pestermite, attacks Rios down to like 2 or 3. Rios draws Abrupt Decay, kills the thing, and goes on to win the game. So that's my favorite story. I heard it like 2nd or 3rd hand, so I'm hoping it's mostly accurate. Oh, I should submit this. Yeah, that is the difference between playing to not lose and playing to win. He played to win. Yikes. Also, yikes. Yeah, moral of the story, never concede. Alright, I'm gonna keep this. I don't want to go down more. I mean, I've got a peatland. Let's bottom a stomping ground in case we draw Renin 6. We'll want the foothills. There's a chance that like they have Inquisitions and Thoughtseizes and we can just brick them. But yeah, that's my favorite story by a lot. It's just absolutely insane to me. Alright, well, I'm not taking Thoughtseize because it don't hit anything. Alright, they have a Gurmag Angler, so let's take a Thought Scour. Don't think I can beat a Turboed Angler with this hand. Some guy I know accidentally winning a double up because he illegally targeted something with the wrong color, Hoser, and M20 limited. Oh yeah, Ian brings up a good point, is that it was post-board, and like I think deck lists were actually available in that particular that particular game. So it was like a known possibility that Rakdos Charm was like there. Ha! We hit it! Sorry if I blew your eardrums out. Called it. Alright, they played the Swamp, they played Bloodstained Mire. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll try to keep a cap on it in the future. I apologize. Sorry, Diamond's girlfriend. Alright, like, I want to have the option of Kolagon's command here, but I also don't want to get basic Mountain. If they Thoughtseize me again, it'll be kind of a punish. Let's just shock. And then next turn I'll start buying peatlands back. Yeah, that's fine. So there goes Thoughtseize they've cast, Cling they've cast. Go. Oh, opponent called that we would draw turn 2 Renin 6, Ian, and then we did it, and then I exclaimed very loudly out of surprise, kind of close to the mic, and I was like, oops, I really hope I didn't burst anyone's eardrums. We even boarded one out, too. We only have 2 in the deck. Bobble. Alright, well, if they want to exile everything, they can play Gurmag Angler. Alright, they have a land too. Alright, so they can hold something up. I guess if they're delving, they really don't plan on clinging again anytime soon, so they probably just get rid of it. Thoughtseize, well, that's the reason we shocked. More card advantage. Like, if you stub this, like, we got our card that way, too. Opponent says I'm so bad at this game. I mean, this key command's not even insane. It's still just a 1-for-1. I guess 2-for-1 if you count the fact that they're hitting nothing. They even know the rest of the hand, don't they? I mean, I guess they would have had to surmise that if I'm shocking for something and it's not Liliana and they know the rest of my hand, like it's got to be a 3-mana instant. K command's the only one. Alright, so now we know their hand. Interesting, though, that they're not just discarding the Fatal Push and keeping the Stubborn Denial, because drawing Liliana here, or like something like a Terminate, would be the way we become way ahead. So we can still play Goyf after sacrificing this, and I definitely want to get it back. They have a push, which is annoying, but we're not really getting around it. Yeah, I'm not blocking. They probably want to push now to not give me the option. I mean, it doesn't change a whole lot. Are they questioning where they attack? Don't know what they're thinking about. They're just going at me. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to make them use the push. I'm not going to give this to them for free. Like, if they have another threat here, it's pretty rough, but it's rough either way. Alright, that'll make Goyf large by 1. Alright, so they have just a land. This would be a big Bloodbraid or Liliana turn. How about a land? Not exactly. How about another land? Also not exactly. I mean, I'll attack you. Odds this connects are virtually 0. Yep. Alright, we could still draw Liliana. We can still draw Terminate. I mean, it's gotta be... I think the only thing that puts us in winning position is Liliana. Terminate, however, would stabilize us. Come on, Liliana. Come on, Liliana. We did it! Oh my god, here comes the chat. Please don't assassin my fish. Fair. Jeez. How do you guys feel about infinite Kolaghan's commands? Jeez. Yeah. Skill. Magic is a skill testing game 100% of the time. Oh, they got rid of our Kolaghan's command. I forgot they could do that. True enough. I mean, we're not, like, out of it yet. We don't actually... If they have a threat here... Like a shadow? Okay, that's a spell bomb. Engineer? I mean, that knocks us to 2. Yeah, I'm still just dead to shadow unless I, like, draw a blocker for it and can reload the Liliana. I mean, this can also just knock the Liliana. We're out of run and 6s. Yeah, this is really, really close. I mean, to be completely honest, like, we've drawn pretty poorly the whole time. We've only gotten our value back because, like, their Inquisitions and Thoughtseizes have hit actual nothing. Bloodbraid? Ooze is fine. How much green do we have? Just 2 currently? I think I'm going to use the green to actually try to eat stuff. They're just going to pop this in response, though, so that doesn't matter a whole lot. So maybe I just play the peatland to keep digging. Yeah, like, I imagine me playing this. This is actually good, because playing this means they're going to want to pop the spell bomb now, which means we're going to get their card with the Liliana. Unless they just want us to get the life. And I think I'm going to entice them to do it. Let's eat Tarmogoyf. Like, I could re-respond, but I think I'd rather get the card with the Liliana. Yeah, my opener was real ass. That is true, Diamonds. Oh, they're doing it. This is great for us. Now we get to eat their card with the Liliana. So yeah, like, had I played second land there, I think they don't pop it. The opponent says, don't drink before... don't drink before MTG. Yeah, this... I mean... The opponent's drunk. Had they not been intoxicated, I think it doesn't go this well. Alright, now let's just pitch a swamp. Alright, and there was even a Kolaghan's command? Jeez. Alright, let's just play peatland. We can eat something if we want, but if we don't want to, we can just cycle. Wow. They could still just, like, draw a shadow here and have us in the doghouse. Like, if they draw Angler, it sucks. If they draw Shadow, it sucks. They're gonna reload this Cling to Dust at some point. At me? I think I'd take the block. Like, I could Peatland first for information, but I'm pretty sure no matter what I draw, I'm gonna want to take this trade. Keeps the board clear, so Liliana is gonna kill whatever. It was a land? Alright. We're a Bloodbraid away from being ahead. Alright, I guess in case I hit another ooze, I'm gonna want to have a green source available. Buy a lotto ticket right now. Oh my god. Bolt? There's only one bolt in the deck. Alright, well. Alright, they're hellbent. Let's just get this out of our deck. Done. Alright, I can plus to keep the Liliana around through an edict. Oh my god. This is on video. Like this is being recorded. So I can relive my glory days while they're still glorified, I guess is the phrase. I don't know. Man, you know, us black green players, we deserve to be lucky every once in a while, you know? Cling. Why would you want me to stop? I thought you should be wishing me well, right? That's why you're here. You don't want to watch me lose. You want to watch me win. I'm trying my best to win. I mean, if they drew 2 threats, we could still just die. And before they draw a double bolt? Yeah, probably. Oh, they drew their basic. Alright, let's see if we can kill them. Oh, we drew a basic too. How unlucky. To be clear, I wasn't calling that we would draw a basic. I was just commentating that they had drawn one. That's not my 3rd in a row. I'm not that good. Snapcaster? Yeah, that blocks. Out of nowhere, Bolus. I believe it. Snapcaster is actually pretty good here, right? It redraws. Lily on 4. Correction, you are here to watch me lose? Thanks, Ian. I appreciate your support. No, they heard of our peatland? That's not fun. Alright, they're literally out of lands to fetch, I'm pretty sure. The game continues. I don't know how this game's still going, but I'm having fun. Gonna upkeep, look at the card. Makes some sense. Alright, would it be too much to call another Bloodbraid? I wanna say I wanna just keep on plussing, but honestly, I like having a backup answer. Because like if they draw 2 threats here, I'm gonna want to have an edict and a removal spell. And they actually don't know what this card is, right? Because they didn't pop Bobble. Yeah, I mean, like one of the ways I lose is they just draw threat, and I need a way to kill both. You would plus Lily? What does that accomplish though, right? Because like if they hit, like I doubt they're playing like a Dreadbore effect, but if they are, we'd be left with nothing. Like, I don't think an ultimate is gonna decide this game. They get to keep 3 lands, which is all they need. Spellbomb, you say? Oh, would not. Oh, you wouldn't. I read I would. Yeah, okay. Makes more sense. Alright, let's play a Spell Bomb, which is a redraw. I can draw lands and pulse all of their stuff. Alright, let's pay a black. Say yes. Oh. You shouldn't have said that we're going to draw lands. I guess we can just discard it. And they also drew a land. Am I allowed to be upset if I lose this game? Show of hands. I mean, I guess. Alright, now we'll discard the pulse. Because if they want an answer to the engineer, they'll have to discard whatever their other thing is. Oh, you're saying pulse their lands, obviously. How could I miss that? Alright, so I think with this I should name human? Whatever Snapcaster is. I'm assuming they're playing one more. I'm pretty sure it's a human wizard, right? Snapcaster? Human wizard. What have they even exiled? Good number of things. One Snapcaster gone, one Kolaghan's Command gone. They haven't really hit a whole lot of their threats. This is getting dumb. Getting as if it wasn't before. Absolutely absurd. This is game 2, right? I think we're down 1. Human, please. Go. They didn't just kill it immediately either. That's promising. Redraw. Alright, now creature doesn't even do. They need removal for the engineer. Holy crap, we won. I would like to remind everyone what hand we started with. It was 5 lands, Inquisition, with the plan of let's hope they thought sees us. Yeah, we're pretty ahead on clock too. That is also true. Do I bring back in second Ren and 6? Sorry, third. I'm already playing 2. I just don't know what I would replace it with. The Klings are probably pretty great. They play Angler. We know they play Snapcaster. Pushes are obviously included. We're only playing 1 Bolt currently. Maybe it's that. You like Clothis? I get nervous because it's like you can't really control when to shoot him for 2. I mean, it makes sense though. Like if you always have a land to hit with it, then yeah, I guess. All right, when this wins me the match, I'll thank you. But if I don't see it, oh well, I guess. All right, so what will we take out? I guess the Bolt. What's up, a little cheeky? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, if the board is even, you do kind of just win. That is true. Yeah, this thing like never ever gets animated, right? I guess Ren adds 2 devotion, Bloodbraid adds 2 devotion. This is 2 itself. Yeah, like we just like never animate it. That's fine too. I mean, I could eat like Snapcaster targets too, right? Submit. Why have Clothy in the board at all? It's really good versus the Uro shenanigans. And it's also pretty great versus Burn. Not sure how I like it against stuff like Prowess. Oh, hello there. Who hurt me? Everyone. Oh, I'm going first. This hand's much better on the play. Ooze is a thing we can play, so I suppose it's good in that regard. I don't expect it to live very long. If they just go like Thought Scour into tap out for Gurmag Angler, I might cry. And before Klothys wins you the game. Yeah, maybe. You gonna tap out for that Angler now? I mean, fetch shock means you can Angler. Oh, they don't have it. I mean, which do you take, though? If you have Stubborn Denial, I guess you take Klothys. Why did we get the play? Well, the opponent has admitted they're drunk, so it could be that. Honestly, they might just value the extra card. Maybe they aren't on the turbo combo shadow plan anymore. Maybe they're just trying to like Grixis control with a shadow finish. Alright. Well, unless they're Inquisition and Thoughtseize again, this Klothys might be good. Alright, well they can't Stubborn Denial what is a creature on the stack. Goyf's a fine draw too. I guess we'll lead with an attack. Yeah, Diamonds. This Klothys is about to hit the field. Dismember? Sure. It's a team effort. When it wins, I owe you big time. Yeah, maybe. Well, I definitely owe you big time, but maybe it wins. Alright, so what do I go after first? Probably just Snapcaster targets. Between Dismember, Thoughtseize, and Thought Scour, probably Dismember. Goyf is huge already. Maybe we want to keep it big. All right, let's just wait until we have plenty of time on the clock. I'll decide when it actually triggers. Yeah, Science has been pretty interesting. Engineer. That's not Gargantuan, so that's good. Alright, so we're missing Tribal and we are missing Enchantment, right? So let me try not to remove all of those. I'll answer your question as soon as the spot is over. I don't want to mess it up. Ooh, that was good. I think we just do that. Alright, well, there are multiple instants. Let's take the removal spell. How do you guys feel about Bloodbraid off the top on turn 4? Alright, is it too greedy to ask for a Liliana? I suppose a Maelstrom Pulse will do. You know, it feels good to be lucky. Is this what it feels like to just like destroy people with Tron? Alright, so the question is, have you tried to cycle duels from Amonkhet in Jund? Fetch them for first fast matchup, cycle them in slow plus Ren? I think the lands that cycle for a single mana are probably better. Two mana is kind of steep. Oh boy. Yeah, they do also enter tapped. Holy crap, are we gonna lose? Alright, well, we get to knock him to 2, so as long as we can live for a turn, we're golden. So we can Tarmogoyf to block 1 and Fatal Push to block another. Yeah, so unlucky that I used the Pulse already. I guess I'm going to upkeep this Fatal Push. Because like they could still have Stubborn Denial. I guess if they fetch end step, I'm just going to push immediately. I still just die to the Battle Rage, right? Yeah, like ideally this resolves and Klothys wins. Alright, that resolved. I die to Battle Rage. I mean, being fetchable doesn't really do a whole lot though. If they're gonna win, it's gonna be with Battle Rage, and they don't really need another mana to cast it. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at it like it's a dual land, which it is. Alright, is there a way to get around dying to Battle Rage? I have 6 toughness, which would be 22 minus 6. 22 minus 6 is 14, 19? Wait, did I do that math right? So this would be 22 minus 6 is 16. 21? We're at 22? Did Klothys really just win the game? Oh wait, they could fetch and then Temur Battle Rage, so we still just die to it. They said GG's. Oh, they have it. Push isn't enough. Just Battle Rage me, man. They have it. Oh, they have it. No! Unless they're just floating mana to scare me. But I wouldn't be sad if they had it. Holy crap! Ugh. I like to thank the Academy, aka KO Diamonds. Whew. You told me. Oh, those are the kind of wins that get you giddy, you know? Klothys, MVP. Yeah, man. Sure, I'm a believer. I would play the Smash Mouth song if it weren't copyrighted. Yeah, saying GG is usually I lose. Congratulations. 3-2 assured. Deviation to the mean. We start 3-0. We have to scoop the next 2. Watch. Since I'm doing well, my stream's gonna cut out again. Although I think I fixed the problem. I updated the stream key or something. Look, okay, Ursabelf, that phrase right there, I think it should be outlawed. Because as soon as you say it, it's not gonna happen, right? That record, the saying the record is forbidden. You ready to face Eldrazi back to back? It's gonna be great. What's up, Nick? How's it going? We're doing pretty well. We're 3-0 so far. We just had a pretty absurd match versus Grixis Shadow. Hey, Ian, shut your mouth. Don't. I don't want to see that record spamming up in my feed. In before everyone. Don't. We need a Goyphopotamus. That's about it. What do I enjoy about Jund? I enjoy how every single game presents you with decisions Like if you're playing Tron, like your turns are kind of scripted, for example. But I mean, every single card presents a decision within itself. Like take Thoughtseize for example. Like I had a Tron player once tell me that Jund and Tron are like equal power level, not power level, like equally easy to play because it's the same number of decisions. And they told me, like, yeah, like for example, my turn 1 play is map, but yours is Thoughtseize, same thing. I was like, no, it's not the same thing. I have to like pick what I'm taking with Thoughtseize. You just play a map and then get your other Tron land, right? So I like how every single turn presents you with something with options, right? I like having control of my fate. Alright, well our hand's pretty good versus them. I think I'm supposed to use Bolt first. A little salt there. Yeah, I love Jund. There's just so much to do. So I guess I'll pass. If they use the turn activating a Biomancer, I'm pretty happy about that. Ursabel, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I feel like if I wait on the bolt, that may inform their decision. Is it? Ooh, Copter. Pew pew. Probably would have attacked first if I were them. Because like if they play Lord, I guess if they're playing Lord, then they're not attacking first anyway. So, I think now I should be getting basic forest so I can abrupt decay this Copter. Here a really good example of why I like the decay over something like a trophy. Because sure, it kills the same thing, but I'm not giving my opponent a land on the 3rd turn. Silvergill. Alright, well at least they revealed one that's good to know about. Alright, now that they've crewed it, it's probably a safe time to just pew-pew that thing out of the sky. Getting forest doesn't really hinder my spellcasting ability right now. If Twin was in band, would I move back to it, or is it Jund life now? I'd probably play both, to be fair. Alright, Thoughtseize was okay. I mean, Twin was like my first love, you know? I was never forgetting the first one. Alright, not taking Vial, not taking Trickster. I think I just want to take the Seas. Is that crazy? Like, it's their only card that doesn't actually advance the board. So maybe that's greedy. Maybe I just need time to stabilize. But them hitting my forest is kind of annoying. I'll still be able to push for a turn though. Like I can have push and cling to dust next turn. Yeah, Seize doesn't actually advance the board. I think I'm not taking it. So it's between Harbinger to return a tapped creature and Trickster. I feel like Harbinger might be more annoying. This taps it though, right? Tap target creature. I mean, tapping is less of a tempo loss than straight returning it. So let's take the Harbinger. And then say go. You thought Biorhythm was my first love? No, that was my first brew as like playing Magic for a week. No, yeah. Biorhythm is not a love. That was a I don't even know what the word is for that. Crush? Yeah, okay. Biorhythm was my first crush. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Thanks for the help, Nick. Alright, oh, they are spreading seizing. Okay, that's fine for now. I'll still get to push this thing now. I think I just want to keep all the damage off my back. I need to find something like a Tarmogoyf, although I can't cast it this turn. Vile, sure. Okay, so we've managed the hands pretty well, and our life total is still moderately high. So Copter is not a creature in the yard, right? Alright, so I think we should just go ahead and lead on exiling something. Copter is not a creature in the yard, let's nab that. Although that is the only artifact. Goyf would be bigger if we left it alone. We want the land in the yard for the Renin 6. We're the only one with sorcery and instant, so let's we have lots of instants. Let's target those first. It's like if this hits like Inquisition or Thoughtseize, I'll probably want to cast it. Blackleaf Cliffs. Alright, well now I'll just Ravine go. And then end of turn I can just cycle another Cling to Dust effectively. Oh boy, they activated Vile on 0. No Ornithopter. Not even a Memnite. I guess Memnite would be better. It attacks for 1. Alright, Island's a good draw for us. Copter, yep. Master, yep. So their hand is a Trickster. Alright, so let's cycle off this Cling again. We've still got multiple instants, so let's just eat another one of those. So yeah, this is another reason I like Cling. Like, even when it's not great, its fail rate is cycle for 1, which is not bad. Obviously not ideal, but it does something. And then when it's good, it's insane. It's not even that it's insane on its own, it's that it stops the opponent from being insane. Alright, Renin 6 is a good one. Ooh, so is Liliana. If I Liliana, though, they're probably just gonna animate the Copter and sack that. What I can do is I can cast Renin 6 off of these 2 lands, get back Verdant to get a Swamp, and then I can Maelstrom Pulse the Lord. They'll attack it with Copter, but not much I can do about that. It'll stick around for another turn, which is nice. This actually has to get a green source. I've already got... only got 2 black. Let's get Overgrown Tomb. Say yes to that. You know what? I might just want a Liliana. Alright, I changed my mind. I'm gonna Liliana just because the Pulse has a higher potential for blowout. And like, I'm also okay if this Copter dies, because it effectively gives everything they have haste. Big Daddy Snow says better to use Lily here. I agree. Oh, he sacked the Master. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to assume that they want to put in the Trickster now, so they can attack one of the walkers with a Copter. Yep. We're still missing our piece of pressure. If we can find it sooner rather than later, I'll be pretty happy. There goes Liliana. I guess if they have a 2-drop in hand, Liliana's actually not that good. Ooh, Fatal Push was excellent. I mean, I kind of have pressure in my Raging Ravine. I can Raging Ravine and have Fatal Push available. It'll just be unfortunate if they have a 2-drop Merfolk. But even then, not super bad. This can get basic Swamp. And basic Swamp can cast the Fatal Push. I mean, I would... While they're low on cards, I think I want to try to turn up the heat. I'm not doing a whole lot else. Definitely not activating this on the defensive. They have a Copter. Crunch? Crunch. Alright. We got a hit in. We still have a Fatal Push. Fatal Push was really good because I feel like it enables this play. Nothing getting flashed in at end step is promising too. Their Islets are coming in clutch though. Their redraws. So if they activate Copter, I think I will Fatal Push. I highly doubt they switch to the defensive foot and like try to put some kind of multi-block on a Ravine. Just like a Lord or something. So if Lord jumps in the Copter, I still think I pop the Lord. Math time. Alright, so if I pop Lord, I'll be getting hit for 5. I'm also fetching, so I'm going to 9. Which means that an attack with Trickster and 2 more Lords kills it. So if they play another Lord, I'm dead in 2 attacks. I have an attack for 5 and an attack for 6 with Ravine, which is 1 short, but I have a run in 6 to finish it off. If they attack now, they're going to get to loot with Copter, so I think I want to make this decision now. And I'm pretty sure I'm just going after the... I think I should just go after the Lord. Yeah, which means I should have let them attack first. I mean, let's let them decide where they're attacking. So yeah, if I'm planning to push the Lord, then obviously I should wait. This kind of tells them that I'm doing it, though. Alright, so they're both at me. I'll let them make their loot decision first. Vial bites the dust, yep. Alright, so pushing Lord means we're taking 5, going to 8. You know what? I'm gonna push the Trickster. It saves the most damage now. And if they want to attack with multiple stuff, if they want to attack for Copter, they have to tap one of their other blockers, right? Ooh, Goyf was good. Goyf was nice. Alright, so now I think I'm just gonna pulse the Lord and play the Tarmogoyf. I do have multiple green. I guess they could technically have Spell Pierce, although they probably don't because they would have done it. So let's just get the Lord. Like this. It's been a pretty tight game. I think the only misplay was giving them my phone number on that sequence. So I'm attacking for 6 and for 5. That's 11. Which means a ping with the Ren and 6 is lethal. They can't kill the Ren and 6, so let's just get the ping in now. Make sure we actually get it in. And I do have Cling to Dust in my yard, so I think it's worth it just playing the land and showing him I have nothing. Goyf is what I wish I had a few turns ago, but better late than never. So now I want to dodge Tricksters and Harbingers. So let me start thinking now since we're behind on clock. So if I attack with both and they Trickster, they can eat my Tarmogoyf, take 5. They can even loot off of it. Alright, land wasn't great. I mean, I think I'm activating this Ravine and just jamming. Trickster would be pretty unfortunate. They'd get to eat Goyf. They'd be taking 5, though. But they wouldn't have lethal on the backswing. Unless they have, like, 2 Merfolk now and they draw a Lord. Even then, is it lethal? They'd just be 3/3s each. Unless, like, they're both Lords now and they draw another Lord. That'd be hitting me for 8. Which is not lethal. They'd still be in chump block mode to a Ravine. Tap a blue, tap a red, tap a green, tap a doesn't matter. So I'm hoping to dodge a Trickster, but their Trickster is going to blow me out in combat anyway, because if I don't attack with Goyf, they can just tap it end step. They didn't have it? Do they just die then? Well, they do just die if they don't have it. Cool. Alright, so Merfolk. This Plague Engineer thing seems pretty good. I think anything that kills something is probably pretty good. I can pillage to kill like Mutavault and their vials, but that seems really slow. I think it's just these 5 that I want. Cling doesn't do much in this matchup. I think I want everything that says kill something, but that's most of my stuff. Don't think I want Thoughtseize. It's kind of my worst hand disruption. And then one more cut. Everything is pretty serviceable. Maybe Liliana is just too bad on the draw. I think I need all my threats to turn the corner. I've made the mistake in the past where I just board out too many creatures, although I haven't boarded out any now. And again, anything that kills something is probably welcome. Ren and 6 is pretty good because they have a few X1s, and you can also combo it with bolts if you really need to. Another question in the chat. When you have the chance, what sentimental card, not Bob, from anything at any time would you want to be good enough to fit in Jund? It's a good question. What would I want to be good enough to be in Jund? Olivia Valderin. Every once in a while I'll slide it in the sideboard. I'll slide it in the sideboard anyway, but it's never good. You just don't get to untap with it. Yeah, sounds fine. Tireless Tracker. I mean, some people already play Tireless Tracker, and it is good, though. It's more of a rock card, though. Got the Vial? Biomancer, sure. Alright, Mountain is interesting. I think I'm just gonna swamp Inquisition here. Alright, I have the Mountain, so Mire now only good for getting swamps and shocklands. This means I can't play Ren and 6 on turn 2, but I've got plays lined up in case I draw it anyway. Alright, they have the Spreading Seeds, which is by far going to be their most annoying play. But honestly, it's not even that bad. I think I'm going to let them have Spreading Seeds because it's a tempo loss for them if they're going to tap out and play it. I think I'm going to take their Silvergill because that's their source of card advantage. Like, if I can kill everything one at a time, I think I'll be doing well. Kolaghan's Command, not bad. Alright, so I think I'm going to Brutality now. And I might even consider escalating it just to gain some life. Cast with 2 modes. -2, gain 2. Cast. You. Here. Don't think this is going to be... I don't think I'm going to have time for Ravine this game. I think I'm just going to have to hope that I find something like a Goyf at some point. Go. Yeah, that is true. You can't loop Tireless Tracker triggers with the Ren and 6 though. I mean, if you're doing that, you're probably pretty ahead. Doing either more than once usually means you're ahead. All right, another Master. I mean, I'm gonna keep on killing Masters as long as they keep on playing them. And I guess another mode on this Kolaghan's Command is probably discard a card. They could have something like Spell Pierce. Alright, so now I'm going to want this to get green, so I guess that means Overgrown Tomb. That does take a little bit more life than I'm comfortable with. I think I'm going to try to let them commit to activating Mutavault and attacking. Because that'll give them less mana to work with to cast more stuff and hopefully buy me some more time. Alright, so as it turns out, they're not doing that. Alright, so I'll have to respond to this then. I want to kill the Lord that's about to attack, I think. So let's Overgrown Tomb. Say yes. And then I can... You discard 2 to this Lord. Then I'll be taking 2 down to 12. This Mutavault's kind of scary. I don't have an answer for it long run. I do get to untap and ooze, eat something with ooze. Alright, they discarded Spreading Seas. I'm like barely keeping my head above the water. Get it? Get it? Pun wasn't intended originally, but turned out pretty good, huh? Alright, so I think I want to get Forest. If I get Forest, it means they could have the option of taking me off of red. But that's not actually a big problem right now. So let's get basic Forest because I want to conserve my life total. Play an Ooze. Yeah. So this is other Merfolk. Whenever you cast a Merfolk spell, you may untap a permanent. Do I want to let them have access to extra mana? I don't think that's such a bad idea. Famous last words. Like, ideally, they're attacking in with Mutavault. Like, they think that I can only make this a 3/3. They don't know that I've got a Lightning Bolt. Got plenty of time. We are behind, though. Oh, it can tap or untap, so it can tap mine before blockers. I did not realize that. I haven't played against this deck in a while. Good spot, though. Alright, so... given that, let's just bolt this thing now. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. Alright, you have a Copter. And I get to start munching and gaining life. Their Copter is going to get to sneak in every once in a while, though. I mean, Ooze has the potential of taking over. Gain a life, get a counter. Alright, so, ooh, Bolt was excellent. So if I Liliana minus and want to hold up Lightning Bolt, it's going to be kind of obvious that I don't have... that I have the Bolt because I won't be leaving up green, but I think that's okay, because if this works, I'm very ahead. They have any number of things they could sacrifice here, but I'm happy getting any of them. I guess an option is casting the Bolt and then plussing to get rid of their last card. I'm going to get in here. Can't really block a Smuggler's Copter anyway. If they activate Mutavault, I can always bolt that. I think I'm going to bolt the Copter first, though, assuming both are active at the same time. Spreading Seas, the Overgrown Tomb. I think that's a strange play, especially since I've basically told my opponent I've got Lightning Bolt. They could have pushed damage in. I mean, unless I just don't have a creature, in which case it doesn't matter. I don't think I'm just bolting them. I'm gonna hold it. Because if I draw something I don't want to play, well, I drew something I wanted to play. Alright, so either way, I can start with an attack. And I do think I want to plus the Liliana. Not only does I get a card from them, but it means I've got another Edict loaded up. Alright. I guess it's still technically possible they're playing Spell Pierce, so I should lead here. So now if they want to get Liliana off the board, make sure I can't just kill something, they'll have to attack it. Although they can still activate a Copter in combat by activating a Mutavault. We got rid of a Master. Cool. Alright, well that will take care of the Tarmogoyf and mitigate our Scavenging Ooze food. But they go Hellbent instead? That's good for us. Like, we're pretty much guaranteed. They're activating Copter right now, we're really guaranteed. Yeah, I mean, you attack Lily, sure, but then I've got lethal. That was strange. But I mean, yeah, we win, right? Yeah. Liliana dies. Makes Goyf bigger. Yep, I mean, you're at 9. We attack for 9. I guess, like, they can remove a type from their yard. But then we just eat a creature with the ooze. Like, they added Planeswalker. Alright, I mean, I'm not going to do anything until they do something. Okay. Okay, we've got a pretty good record. Pretty good record so far. We won the roll. That's step 1. We've got a fine hand. That's step 2. So I'm looking like Blood Crypt here. Because we're definitely wanting to Inquisition here and then hold up Blood. We can hold up Mountain next turn. So let's say yes. Inquisition. Oh boy. Alright, well we hit our it matchup. Alright, so I'm pretty sure we can't beat the Clothis. We have our 2 sources of getting our basics, so I don't think we particularly care about the Blood Moon. I'm assuming they're going to Arbor Elf, which we can bolt. So I'm just going to take Clothis. Say go. This matchup is a rougher one. Yeah. Norbut says, opponent was just hoping I didn't see the line. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. Alright, so here's Elf. Yep. Alright, so we get to bolt the crap out of this. Hopefully draw something like a Tarmogoyf, because Goyf is probably our best threat game 1. Alright, let's get this out of here right now. Alright, so we're going to get basic Swamp with this, basic Forest with the other one. Alright, and that's the Forest. They actually drew the second land, which they didn't have. Okay, so if this is the Ooze, we get to Edict that right away with the Liliana, so that's going well. I think I'll just go ahead and take a land out of the deck before I draw a card. Swamp. Another Liliana, not the worst. So basic Forest with this one. Liliana. Go. Yep, usually it's one or the other. But I've seen people playing a split. Wow, they missed a land drop. That's pretty big. Tarmogoyf? Okay. We are in business. We are in business. Alright, let's plus first so they don't have information. I think I want the Pulse. Liliana may become weaker to something like Seasoned Pyromancer. We may need a Kolaghan's Command to help win a damage race. Also, discarding Liliana makes Goyf quite large. Play a 6/7. Go. I mean, they did keep a risky one-land hand, and we got to bolt their Accelerant. Another Ooze. Alright, well, we can actually just Kolaghan's Command that one to make sure our Liliana sticks around. Cling, not exactly what we're looking for. I don't think I'm just going to cash the Liliana in. I think I'm going to continue plussing it. We can discard... We can discard the Cling. I'll plus Liliana first so they don't discard with information. Alright, they discarded the Moon. And another Moon. Alright, so now we can Kolaghan's Command. You discard, kill an Ooze. And then smack. Yeah, his keep was not the greatest. You're right, Poison. I mean, it had high upside, and he also didn't know he was playing against a deck that had the ability to kill the Accelerant. We could still lose. Alright, I think I'm just going to plus again, discarding that. Small chance what they discard goes the Goyf, so I'll do it first. They discard an Elf. Okay, let's attack. Not really worried about Liliana getting attacked by an Elf, because then it's not blocking the Elf. That is true. Our Elf in Forest means he can't cast red spells. Alright, well, we know his last card is Gargaroth. Oh no, he discarded that one. Apologies. So this could be probably another Bloodbraid. Yep, makes sense. Bone Crusher. I mean, that's just a 4/3. So I think we win, because we get to Edict and then pulse the other thing. If they attack the Liliana to prevent the Edict, we just pulse whatever didn't attack, which would be Bone Crusher. Alright, so this pulse should be game. Alright, that's game 1. So I'm going to have to worry about stuff like Relic of Progenitus in this next game. I'm also going to have to worry about my opponent keeping keepable hands. Alright. James says play the Pillage. I say I agree. Plague Engineer as well for Elemental. Seasoned Pyromancer tokens can be pretty annoying. You saying how what about the the pillages? Pillage can be pretty good against them. Oh, if they draw Red Source, they have turn 2 Blood Moon. I mean, turn 2 Blood Moon versus most people will do it. Alright, Kolaghan's Command doesn't kill a whole lot. Cling to Dust can get rid of the Seasoned Pyromancer shenanigans. I like cutting 2 Lilianas on the draw. I'm going to shave an Inquisition because those are really bad top decks, but they're still probably pretty important to take the Blood Moons. And then Renin 6 doesn't kill anything. Pretty sure this is how I usually board. So, for those of you who are here, at the beginning of the video, I mentioned that this is Jun League number 19, and I mentioned that 19 is my lucky number. Fingers crossed. Alright, this is a hand. I don't think it's a good hand. Yeah, I'm gonna ship. Like, if we had access to a black source, like, Goyf is one of our better threats. But double Pillage on the draw? Alright, this is better. From this, we can bottom the Cling. That's right, Norba. No Bob today. Alright, they've got the Elf again. So if they have the Blood Moon, hopefully we'll be able to take it. Alright, that was a pretty good draw. Because that means we can get Basic Forest with our Verdant, but I'm pretty sure we still want to cast the Inquisition. This means we won't be pillaging on turn 2, or sorry, turn 3. But I think I'm okay with that if it means I can get my colors online. On the other hand, if I know I can get my colors online, I'm not as scared of Blood Moon. Let's just not get fancy and cast this Inquisition. Alright, they do have double Blood Moon. That sucks. Double Blood Moon does it. Crap. Alright, well, I guess I'm trying to draw a forest now. I mean, second Blood Moon doesn't do a whole lot, so let's just take a bolt. I mean, I guess the way to get around that, excuse me, would have been to play Verdant first. And just get the basic. Yep. I mean, turn 2, have 2 Blood Moons is on the rougher side. Alright, well, the silver lining is we're not dead. We can draw Forest. Oh, right on time. Alright, let's play our Mountain. Guess we can get rid of this thing now. Wish that was the answer I had last turn, obviously. I mean, if we draw Forest and this Goyf is large, we've got a good shot. Not the forest we're looking for. We can pillage their forest, and then they're on only red. Give them a taste of their own medicine. I mean, they have a lot of basic forests, though. They're missing lands. I mean, this might give us enough time to find it. There is only one, though. So that's on the rougher side. Big Daddy Snow. It says, they might not be having a realization. This is what I've been doing to people? I'm a butt. Yeah, pretty much. That's not it. If they draw another elf, they actually can't cast it. I was going to say we can push it. I mean, they still have lots of good ones like a Seasoned Pyromancer. But I mean, if we can find that forest, this Goyf might just take us the distance. Alright, that's a mountain. Seasoned Pyromancer. That would be brutal. Alright, they don't have it yet, at least. Forest. Nope. I saw green for a second, got excited. Forest is going to be good if we hit it. Interesting that they're not just playing second Blood Moon. I mean, next turn they're going to have to discard to hand size. Gonna draw a Plague Engineer and swing for 2 9 turns. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. Yeah, I think Plague Engineer is our only actual creature that we can cast. Yeah, I mean, as soon as they draw a forest, we're kind of done. Alright, so I guess here is second Blood Moon, because otherwise they're discarding the hand size. Yep. I mean, Forest can turn the tide. Forest. My doggo is dreaming. Give me a sec. He has nightmares. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Go. Uh-oh, they hit land number 4. That's a good one. Baloth. Sure. I guess that's a thing to know about. Alright, we got a 1 in 45 shot of hitting it this turn. Nope. Mountain, yep. I'm probably just going to lose to the emblem, so I think I'm on a 2-turn window to draw it. Nope. Alright, I'm on a 1-turn window to draw it. Because I need to Bloodbraid and attack the Chandra. They could just have a Stomp or a Bolt to defend it, though. There's the Plague Engineer. I guess it'll name Elemental. I mean, I expect them to just ultimate this thing. Would definitely suck to be 1 match short of a trophy. Happened to me yesterday, too. Or no, not yesterday, the day before yesterday. Oh, they hit it. That's not fair. Emblem. Cast 2 things. I guess I'll see what they cascade into. Maybe there's a sideboard card I want to look at. You want to go for the insult to injury? Kill my Plague Engineer first? Alright, what did they hit? Clothis. Alright, well that doesn't give me any new information. Alright, let's scoop it up now. Alright. For all of the marbles. I think Ren and 6 is probably better on the play. It can kill their Arbor Elf. And if I need to, like, loop a fetch land to get my basics, I can. Not sure what it would come in over. Pillage much better on the draw too, on the play too. I mean, I've got a lot of cards like Liliana, Pillage, Inquisition, Thoughtseize that all get better on the draw. You think we should take out Second Command? That I don't dislike that idea. It's not killing a whole lot, and we know they've got Baloth now, so them discarding cards could be a liability. Yep, I think this is for the marbles. All of the marbles. Let's go first. Jeez. I think this hand is too good to ship. We have access to at least one of our basics. We can bolt the turn 1 Dork if that's what they've got. We've got the Liliana, although Baloth is a liability. But then we've got 2 of our best top end. Like, if we draw a Ren and 6, we'll be golden. I just have to hope that their accelerant is the elf and not the Utopia Sprawl. Assuming they've even got one. Okay. So if they do cast Blood Moon, I'm getting basic Forest. Alright, well that gets Swamp. I still think Forest more important. Because that'll let us cast Bloodbraid. So I'm going to hope they don't have the Moon. If they have the Moon, it's not the end-all be-all. Just because of the Bloodbraids, that is. Please no Moon. Clothis is not a Moon. Alright, let's play a Swamp. Since plussing is such a liability, I think I'm just going to pass. This also means that they don't have anything to eat with their Clothis, at least this turn. I think Liliana may be better used as just a removal spell. Second main phase Bloodbraid. Interesting. Into the Blood Moon. Alright, so this is getting Swamp. I mean, in all honesty, Blood Moon is one of the better things they could have hit for us, because we already have means of playing around it. It makes our Liliana dead, obviously. And I think I want to cast the Bolt, targeting it. It'll be unfortunate if our Bloodbraid hits a removal spell, but if it hits something like Tarmogoyf, I'm going to want to be getting in for 3. Really want to hit something like Tarmogoyf here. Plague Engineer is fine. That can name Elemental. Elemental. Alright, so now I get in. Yeah, I think you are right, Nick. Kolaghan's command may be on the weaker side here. They want mana. Alright, well, if this is something like a Greater Gargaroth, I can beat it with the Terminate. Hopefully it's not Glorybringer. Glorybringer would be on the problematic side. Ooh, Rojo, 37. Thanks for the follow. Alright, well, we've got Plague Engineer on Elemental, so they won't be making anything. They discard 2 lands anyway. I don't think I want to blow a Terminate on a Seasoned Pyromancer, but I do need to get damage in. Whoa. Does that change anything? Pretty sure it does, 'cause now I can just press. Like maybe we leverage the Terminate to try to kill him out of nowhere at some point. Alright, well, this does not take a Baloth ever, so that's good. But if they had something to cast, I'd assume they would have cast it. Okay. At least we'll get info. Alright, they've got Baloth. Baloth is their last card. Do we attack, though? Kinda have to. This will eventually give them the option to exile the Pyromancer from their yard. So I guess on our following turn, we're going to Scavenging Ooze and probably terminate the Baloth. Yeah, you've got some innate card reading abilities, Nick. I do confirm. Alright, this is going to be a tight game. Alright, they drew a land. That's good for us. Baloth, we knew about that. Bolt is good. Bolt is good. So let's terminate Baloth so we can get in for damage. We can play a Scavenging Ooze. Scavenging Ooze will help to counteract the Colossus activations. So now we're at the point where we really want to see a brick or two. Gargaroth would be very bad for us. Glorybringer would be very bad for us. Seasoned Pyromancer would be pretty bad for us. At a minimum, they get to exile a Seasoned Pyromancer from their yard. I have the Bolt to break up a double block. It's going to be close. They want mana? Strange. They have 3, 4, 7, 8 already. Chandra, okay. So they want max mana to plus off of? Or are they just gonna lava axe something? Okay, they're going for the high upside. Pillage. Oh, they can get our forests. Oh, they don't have double red. They don't have double red. Whew. Okay. Verdant. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I want to get Bloodbraid down. It equates to more damage. So I've got an attack for 6, 7, 8 currently. I should probably just Bloodbraid first and see what it hits. Cling. Cling will get rid of the Seasoned Pyromancer. That's that amount of time that they can't buy. Now the question is, do I spend some points of damage killing the Chandra? I want to say, yeah, Chandra is a doozy. So, I mean, this is 5, 8. This would put them to 8. They would need 2 bricks. I think killing Chandra is something I'm interested in. Alright, we really want to see a brick here. Really, really want to see a brick. Yes, Diamonds, we exiled Pyro. That's big. Alright, they get our Cling. That makes sense. Really, really want to see a brick here. This doesn't look like a brick. Gargaroth is not a brick. Alright, now what do we need? Pulse does it. Swamp does it. It's gonna be tight. So this has Vigilance. They can gain 3 or draw a card or a bunch of other crap, right? I mean, I can attack with the 2 Bloodbraids. I can attack with everything, actually. If I attack with everything and they block, I can use the Bolt to finish it. Issue then becomes, how do I beat it when it attacks me? I mean, this is my out, right? You wouldn't attack with Ooze, but I need to kill the Gargaroth. I need to push damage too, right? I mean, I guess it kind of buys it back. But I mean, killing Gargaroth is also real important. They're making a 3/3. Alright, let's eat. Not sure it matters. Let's make sure it's a creature, obviously. Kill this thing. Alright, Gargaroth was pretty big for them. I feel like they would have just blocked the Bloodbraid Elf. We've already used 3 of our elves, so it's probably too much to ask to draw the next one. Unfortunately, I think that Gargaroth is going to get us. I really needed a brick that turn. I mean, they don't have an attack. If I can get rid of this beast, then we could be in it. Ren. I mean, it's a castable. Pretty sure I'm still attacking. Jam. Hit you to 8. Go to my main. Get all the damage that I can in. But, like, I don't think they block the Scavenging Ooze. Like, they're not afraid of dying if they go to 3 less. Like, if they were at 15 at the time, if I just hit him to 9, like, who cares? They just attack and then it's God Vigilance. They just start getting value. I think I really need to get that thing dead. Still need him to hit duds. That's not a dud. Yeah, they drew it when they needed it. Bummer. I mean, we still have outs. We can push this thing. We can decay this thing. We can draw a swamp. That doesn't do it. We can attack with the Bloodbraid and like double Ren and 6 it. But that doesn't seem like a spot we're winning from. But I mean, them gaining a crap ton more doesn't seem like a spot we're winning from either. This feels really, really bad. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if we let their Gargaroth live, we just lose. Like, there's no way they block just a Bloodbraid. Like, we had 3 cards in hand at the time. They have to be somewhat afraid of double Lightning Bolt. But they're not afraid of triple Lightning Bolt. That's almost for sure. And, like, it's the same spot here. Like, there's no reason for them to block. They don't. I'll keep throwing damage upstairs. So they get to gain 4. There are 4 creatures left, right? There are 3. So they get to hit me for 8. Nug me for 2 with the Colossus. Put me to 2. They're going to 13. Yeah, I think we're just dead now. Yeah, this went south pretty fast. But I don't think there's anything I should have done differently. I'm pretty confident we're attacking with Ooze there. Because, like, them just having a Gargaroth in play is so much worse than them having a Colossus in play. Things got Vigilance. So they knock us to 2. It like starts with 4th Bloodbraid here, but that's not happening. Yep, this Colossus just kills me. Damn it! A game away from the trophy. I mean, that matchup's on the rougher side, but it's definitely winnable. Alright, so as is tradition, I'll do my sort of deck tech wrap up. Yeah, Diamonds, big cry face, big cry face. Okay, so I was still pretty impressed with the Cling to Dusts. I still think the split of 4 Bolt 2 Push is right. I still think the split of 4 Inquisition 2 Thoughtseize is probably right. Obviously 4 Goyf kind of ubiquitous. Still like this number of Ren and 6. Still likes 2 Scavenging Ooze. There's a world where I consider even adding another one. Don't know where I would squeeze it in. I still like my split of Terminate and Abrupt Decay. There still has yet to be an instance where I had a Decay and it wouldn't hit something I needed it to hit if it were a Trophy or a Terminate. Same with the Terminate. I've never had a scenario recently where I had the Terminate in hand and I needed to kill a non-creature. So the split has been fine for me. Still don't like Assassin's Trophy. I still think Liliana's a 4 of. It has been insane. It was insane in at least 3 of the 3 of the 5 matchups that we did this league. I still really like having access to 2 Kolaghan's commands. They didn't seem insane this league, but every time I had it, it always did something at least a little meaningful. Maelstrom Pulse, obviously just a pretty good generic catch-all, and Bloodbraid's still the best thing you could be doing at the top of the curve. All of that taken into account, I'm pretty sure I still just really like this main deck. It's been doing me pretty well so far. I mean, I'm not going to fix it if it ain't broke kind of a deal, so I think I'm in the near future going to continue playing this list. Maybe I experiment with some different sideboard options. Speaking of the sideboard, let's talk about that. The Collector Brutalities were very, very strong, as they usually are. Plague Engineer, I felt every single league that it's been good, but it hasn't been as insane as I would hope a sideboard card tends to be. That said, we just haven't gotten paired against anything where it's been really insane. We did get paired against Bogles, and it killed the Hexproof Bogle, so that was good. It was insane there, I suppose. I still think it warrants playing 2. Have a good night, Diamonds. Really like the Spellbomb still. I've mentioned going down 1 before, but I mean a card that provides a meaningful impact while cantripping and not losing a card is pretty strong. I still like having the 2 Ashioks. The mill plan hasn't come up lately, but exiling the yard and preventing searching has been pretty clutch. I'm still in love with the idea of Alpine Moon. It's been very good for me in the past, getting me a 4-1 a couple days ago because I was able to beat a Tron player because my Cascade off of a Bloodbraid was free and not costing a mana, and that let me take a Wormcoil of the Thoughtseize that I hit. The Pillages were probably what were the least applicable, at least with respect to this league. They didn't do pretty much anything. We actually did get to pillage a Blood Moon player's only forest, but they play a lot, and we didn't have our own forest, and they hit theirs before we hit ours. But they play like 4 or 5, and we play just the 1, so it makes sense. And then Colossus won us a game versus against Death Shadow, pretty much on its own. Shout out to Diamonds for the suggestion. I've been apprehensive about bringing it in versus Shadow in the past because you don't really get to control when you're dealing 2 damage to them, unless of course you have like infinite lands to eat, which isn't always the case. So growing the opponent's Shadow and letting them kind of work around one of the things you're playing on your own side, to kind of take it as their own advantage, makes me kind of nervous. But I mean, it is a really hard to remove from the battlefield effect that can just win on its own if given some amount of time. Time is the commodity I'm not really expecting to have versus Shadow a lot of the time, because they tend to kill you within like 1 or 2, sometimes 3 combats. And then Colossus doesn't even come down until turn 3, right? And like the combats that Shadow usually kills you on are like about turns 3 through 5. So Colossus doesn't really have a whole lot of time to shine past their kill window. But I mean, if you can stabilize past the kill window, you can kind of just play the control deck route, play the control deck strategy, and then just give yourself the time for the Klothys to take over. And that's kind of what happened in our Game 3 versus our Drunk Shadow opponent. So yeah, I may have misassessed Klothys in the past. I definitely think it's very strong versus obviously Burn, things like Uro where you can eat their Mystic Sanctuary targets and also the Uros themselves. But I think I'm going to try to be a little bit more fearless when it comes to boarding in Klothys versus Shadow. And Shadow's kind of prevalent right now. Not so much Grixis, but I have seen lots of Jund Shadow rolling around. And I also saw earlier today a 4-color Shadow player. So Shadow kind of rising in the ranks again, at least in terms of popularity, not necessarily performance. So yeah, that'll wrap it up for this Jund Video League. Lucky number 19. Didn't quite trophy, 1 game short, but a 4-1 still pretty respectable. If you like content like this and you want to see some more and you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe for more. I post videos like this close to every day. This will be the 2nd one today, for example. If you're watching this on Twitch and you want to see all of my backlogs, or best backlog isn't the word. If you want to see all of the videos I've recorded in the past, they are all on my YouTube channel. You can find the link to my YouTube channel on my profile description. It should be just right below next to all of my other information. And then if you're watching on YouTube and you want to catch my recording sessions live, you can find the link to my Twitch account in the description of the video you are currently watching. But I'll tell you, it is Junderdome, so it's Twitch at JUNDERDOME. That's Junderdome. So I hope you guys enjoyed this content, and until next time, have a good one.